Take two.
Hey, what to do, Fifth Ave? It's your girl, man. It's the funny thing is like we actually went through this whole thing, but somebody called and messed up the whole thing. But y'all didn't know that, but I just wanted to share. And I'm stuck at home with a cat behind my neck. I know it's or behind my head. I know it's a little weird. Say hi to my furry friend in the back. Um, and I wanted to get up on here and just talk about my tummy tuck experience, but um, bring a special guest that also got a tummy tuck. Um, our special guest right here is Jolene. Jolene, let them know what's up. Let them know where you're from, and when did you get your tummy tuck?
So I actually got my tummy tuck the same time you did, probably the same time. And I'm using my baby's pillow, so I don't have a special cat or whatever you have on your
I just
head.
got this yesterday, so
But this is my second tummy tuck. I got my first one like in 2008, so I've had it for a while. And from 2008, I think. Okay, let me go back to stepping on stage because we're talking about bikinis.
right.
Competing. And so I did a lot of research on bikini competing like in 2013 because in 2013 the Air Force told me that I'm borderline obese. I was like
Really?
I was 120 and I'm 5 feet.
What?
So that was like considered borderline obese. So that's when I started doing more in the gym. I was already like in the gym, but I started doing more. And then
Really?
I would say like a year after weightlifting, I was like, I need to do something. So that's when I wanted to step on stage, and I looked at so many competitors, and I noticed like no one had stretch marks. I had my tummy tuck. I was like, no one has stretch marks, and why would I step on stage with this huge scar across me? So I have like my first two shows. I think I have um, photos of my tattoo not being there, or my yeah, no tattoo. So
Mhm.
after my tummy tuck, my second tummy tuck, he actually got rid of my tattoo, and there's still like the wings on the side, so I think I can cover that up.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I stepped on stage. And now I just feel like since I have like wrinkled skin there after having two babies back to back, I just felt like stepping on stage was just too. I couldn't do it because I couldn't step on stage with wrinkled skin. So
Right.
props to you for doing that.
Yeah. Same to you, dude. This your. I can't believe you went through it a second time though.
The
That's
second time, yeah. I think the first, I honestly don't really remember the first time, but the second time, I think I wanted to cry when I woke up. I felt like I didn't even have any like anesthesia. Woke up and was just in pure pain. And I was like, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. It just, and I think I was using my stomach to do everything. And they're like, use your feet, use your feet. So I
yeah.
think I was like, on the way home, I felt like my mom was trying to hit every bump she could find. And I was like getting mad at her. I'm like, can you slow down? Like, this really hurts. But I think I was drugged up on that hydrocodone for like the first 3 days. And then after that, I was like, no, I can't. I can't be sitting here sleeping and I got crying babies upstairs. So,
Right. I don't know how you do it, like with the two babies, like
oh my
taking
gosh.
care of myself, and I'm struggling. I'm like, I need some help. I need people to come here and like cater to me and you're over here catering for your two little babies. So props to you for doing that.
I have to show you how, hopefully CPS don't like get called, but my
What the
my
hell?
baby, he's 8 months.
Uh-huh.
So I can't really carry him. So I grab him by his pajamas. You know how like a cub picks their baby up from like
Yeah.
the neck. So I grab his pajamas and I hold him up
It's so
and then
crazy.
I put him.
You shouldn't even be lifting weight or
Yeah, I'm not even supposed to be lifting, but I'm like, well, shit, someone got to get my baby up off the floor so I could change his diaper and put him back in the crib. Because my husband, he's always at work. So I don't really have any help to it. And honestly, I think I'm so independent. My mom, she's just like, do you need help? Do you need help? And I just kept saying no.
you should have taken it. Like I
I
just feel
know.
like it's such a major surgery, and
Mm-hmm.
like having those days to like just not do nothing and have people do stuff for you, I think is very crucial. Like I don't know how I would have been able to do it like if I didn't have the help, because it was really hard. And like for you to have to take care of the two little ones.
Oh, yeah.
So did you get the surgery because you want to get back on stage, or you just didn't like the way your stomach looked?
So I was like mid prep and I've had two C-sections back to back with the babies. And I noticed like I was losing all my weight, and like where my C-section was, there's like a huge lump there, and it was just make me not want to even like continue with prep because I was just getting discouraged
Oh,
because it was still that little lump there.
was it a
And so
keloid or was it something else?
it looked like they just tucked my skin in and just I don't know, it was like it wasn't even like fat. It felt like it was just a bunch of skin just in there, like they
Mm,
just sewed it in there. I don't know, because you know the tummy tuck, they cut your skin off. So I
right.
felt like it was just like folded in there and then like sewn from my C-section. So it was just like really getting to me, and I was like I don't like it. And
Yeah.
so that's when I was like I'm just gonna get the tummy tuck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I did have I posted a video on like I found this video on TikTok and I'm so glad I didn't see that prior to getting the surgery.
yeah.
Did you see that video where they pull the skin down? They like chop
So
it
I
in
saw
the middle.
something else, just how they like sew your. So that was my issue. My ab wall stretched, I think, 2 inches. So I saw the part where they're like sewing it back together. So I'm glad that I have my ab wall back, and and I didn't really like my belly button before. So hopefully my belly button looks nice this time.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
I didn't really like how it was like super tiny, and so hopefully like this one is a better. My first time I took was free. The Air Force did it. So there was my first time I took.
Really?
Yes, I was stationed in Colorado, and
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was like a plastic surgeon that was all about Uncle Sam. So he went
Mm.
on base and did like free tummy tucks, and I qualified for it. So that one was free. So of course I had to
So
pay for
how was the recovery and everything like for your very first one? Was it anything like how you're feeling now?
that. I honestly, oh, I was sick. I had a cold. I remember
Oh
that.
shit.
And I remember I was more hunched over because I don't know, I never had a C-section. People compare it to a C-section. It's nothing like a C-section.
Really?
It's so you feel
Yeah.
it from like right under your breastbone all the way down. Like the C-section is just like above your pelvic bone. So it's not it
Yeah,
that's the only pain.
because what we both did is they took our abs and they sewed them together and on top of
Yeah.
that they cut the skin off, so they're
Yeah.
doing two different things. They're sewing your abs together, and now like anytime you do anything with your core, it's just like you have to be careful not to break those incisions. Or was it the incisions or the where they sewed it together? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
you call
probably
it?
your incision. And then
Yeah.
I read something last night that you're not supposed to shower with the tubes. I've been showering. So
Yeah, I haven't like I'm gonna wait till they. Well, you can shower, but like you have to cover it because you don't want to get it infected. So like,
I don't even cover it. They just said, "Oh, just let the water run over it and just
yeah,
pat it
dude.
dry." So we'll see.
So I guess let's see. What are the other things? Was there anything that you did prior to like, you know, like for me? So before I got the tummy tuck, I did a bunch of research. I had to stop taking a bunch of supplements. I started taking supplements that were going to help benefit me, so that it can help with a speedy recovery
Oh,
and
you
help
were
with.
prepared.
I was, but remember how long I was going back and forth with this shit
Hmm.
and how scared to death I was? I was
And I
fucking
was telling you,
scared.
I was like, "You're gonna love it." I'm pro tummy tuck
Yeah,
because you can't get rid of skin.
right.
People lose all their weight and it's super wrinkled, and
Hmm.
that doesn't go away. So I'm pro tummy tuck.
And I
Lipo,
do.
I
I'm with.
feel like you lipo. I feel like you could work to burn off fat.
Yeah,
So
that's cheating. I feel like
I
I
feel like that's
that
cheating.
is
But I
cheating. You're
mean,
like bigger, and then you're like, let's just erase the fat, but you still got the extra skin, and I feel you.
mhm.
Like I tried everything. I tried like the
Hmm. I
Venus.
saw your videos, your creams.
I have all
I
those.
don't think any of that works. That's just me. I don't think any of that works.
Yeah, I even got the micro needling done on my stomach, where they do like the little, they poke the little dots all over your skin. It's supposed to help tighten it.
So
Um,
you've tried everything.
I did. I did. I tried the fat cavitation. I tried, just everything. You name it. I tried it because I was avoiding I was avoiding getting cut and being put to sleep. That was my worst fear. Was my worst fear was they're gonna put me to sleep and I wasn't gonna wake up. I think that was my.
Your next show, because I know you're gonna get back on prep. Your next show, you're gonna look so good. Just watch. You'll probably see like even more abs now.
I know it's crazy because I'm already small, but then I know like that like that extra skin was always there, but
Hmm.
yeah, so that's the reason why you got the tummy tuck. You didn't like the wrinkly skin, but was
Mm.
there another reason why you wanted to get the tummy tuck again? I mean, yeah, again.
Just that lump that I had and the loose skin, and the bikini, like it's super low, and I felt like it would always see it. Like you have to, as soon as, like, I mean, you're not gonna be hunched over on stage and see like the wrinkles. Some people, okay, let me go back. I'm not, my body doesn't respond well to pregnancy. Some people bounce back so fast.
Right.
I get a ton of stretch marks. I lose all my weight and it's nothing but skin. Like some people, like their skin just goes back into its body. I don't know. Like that doesn't happen
The
for me.
elastic the elasticity is like,
Yeah.
it's just way better, and that's a lot of things that can be like genetics, like
Yes.
I didn't have I actually I can say that after my son I was okay. It was when I had my daughter.
How many
I
kids
had
do you have?
I have two.
Oh,
I have a 23-year-old and I have a 11-year-old.
okay.
So when I had my son, I was much younger. I was like in my 20s. I was 21 when I had him. And so like everything was able, like I remember my stomach going down real quick because I was nursing him, and my stomach went down. But when I had my daughter, like I had like she stretched me out. Like I had all this weight. Like I was big. I was like 190 and I'm five
Did
one.
you ever think of a tummy tuck or lipo, or did you know that you were gonna work for it, like
I
to
never
lose
I
all
never
your weight?
no, I never thought about doing anything like that. I just worked out and worked out, and I got to a point where like I got as small as I can, and like I was always pushing to try to like drop more weight, but
Hmm.
it wasn't happening, and that extra skin, you know what I mean? That extra skin I think was like kind of holding me back. I think the weight shouldn't have mattered as much as like the way it looked in my midsection. My midsection was always like the hardest part.
Hmm.
I was always
Some
more
people
focused.
say they try to hide it in their posing, but I think for me, if I tried to do that, like try to twist or whatever just to hide it in my posing, in my head I'm like it's still there. I wouldn't care what other people see. It's what I see. So I
Right.
think that would always get to me, and I'm just so random. Like I don't even think I planned this tummy tuck. I just called them up. I think it was just like mid prep, or even just looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, fucking, I'm just getting a tummy tuck because I can't deal with this.
Dude, you're so brave. Like it took me a while. I actually canceled my appointment. They
You
never
did.
canceled it. They never took me off the books. They kept me in the books.
Oh,
And
good.
I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna use the money for like Botox or whatever because I had already put down like 25 or some or 2,000 or something like that to hold my spot. And then I was like, I'll just use the money for Botox. And they're like, no, 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 hold on. You're gonna go through with this because and I love that, the way they it was kind of like having a tummy tuck coach, right? So she was just like, you put in all the work. This is it. This is the icing on the cake. This is the last thing that you need to do. There's nothing else that you can do to get rid of that skin. This is like the only way you're gonna get rid of the skin. And we just had a couple of talks, and and finally I was like, all right, we'll proceed with the tummy tuck. And so it was kind of cool that we went through that. But going back, I know I kind of jumped ahead, but you're talking about like the posing, and I actually hit it very well with my posing. And
Mm.
Michelle, my coach, actually had me posing a different way. So instead of my a regular front pose, I was standing at it. Like if you notice, it's a T pose.
Oh, okay.
I stand with my left foot with my left toes facing forward, and then
Hmm.
my back foot is facing like a T, and then
Yeah.
like I twist hard, lift up my chest, and then it pulls all that skin, and that's how I hit it. But
Oh,
then
yeah. Michelle's posing is like a whole workout.
yeah,
Trust me, I know.
yeah, my lower back like always used to hurt when I was posing with her. Um, but yeah, so she had me posing. She had me posing that way just because I needed to hide that extra, the skin. And I hated posing that way just because it was different from everybody's. Because, in bikini, the front pose is different. You know what I mean? It's not
Hmm.
a pose. Like maybe for wellness is cool because that's how they usually stand. But for bikini, because I was the only one that would stand like that. If you look at all my stage photos, but the
To go
other
back and
girl,
look at it.
yeah, I'll like post it up on here, but everybody's standing with the regular front pose, and then I'm standing, with a T pose. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of like, I felt by doing that, like it was drawing attention to myself, like with the judges, like why is she standing like that? So then, they had more time to look at me or whatever. But yeah. But the reason I got the tummy tuck was, like, because like I said, I tried everything, and I'm very competitive. And I know that I said that I would never get a tummy tuck because I compete. But I think one of the deciding factors is because I compete. And
You'll honestly see more. Like I didn't even know I had abs until I got on prep.
yeah,
Um, or my abs could even get like that. But you'll see a huge difference, and
yeah,
it's very like it really boosts like your confidence too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like I have pretty good confidence for the
Yeah,
most.
you do, but you'll just feel like you're the shit after
Yeah, I
after
know.
your tummy tuck.
I'm
I can't
excited.
wait to see your results.
I don't plan on competing until like 2024. Like I want to take my time and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
things, and then just completely like recover. Like I don't want to bust any incisions. You know what I mean? Like I want
Hmm.
to make sure that my abs are strong enough and those incisions are like in place and they're
Yeah.
not gonna like break apart. Um, is there anything like you can tell anyone about, like, as far as like aftercare or like tips prior to getting a tummy tuck?
Oh
Let's
my
start with
God. I
let's
think
start with tips. Like, what do you recommend? Like, people who are considering getting a tummy tuck, what do you recommend that they purchase or what they do to kind of set themselves up?
so. I honestly feel like you're asking the wrong person because I'm like a wing it type person,
Yeah,
and I've had my first tummy tuck and then my C sections, and this one is just like let me just. I honestly didn't get anything. What makes me heal faster is being active. If I'm just laying there or just drugging myself up with the pain meds, I feel
yeah,
like it slows my healing down. But I do wish that I saw it on Amazon. You know the thing that props you and then the
I have
the
it. I have it
triangle.
ready. I have it
Does
ready.
that did that work for you? And then it goes under your
Well,
legs too?
well, obviously it wasn't, and so I read
See,
it.
I don't want see that's the thing with me like even the undergarment I wanted to get too cuz I'm like, will that help me with these I never had drains before. So it's kind of annoying like where to put it and everything and sometimes I feel like
Yeah,
it's getting pulled
you
on.
have a lanyard?
I have a lanyard but I um
'Cause that's how I have
it's
mine.
clipped onto mine's actually clipped here, let me see. Mine's actually clipped onto
Yeah,
my
that's where
binder. It's clipped onto my binder.
that's where I had it, but then now I just use a lanyard because I feel like it's easier. Like it just stays there, and I don't have to.
Yeah.
When you use the restroom, well, for me, I had it clipped onto my pants, and so I had to always have to take it off. But you have like, yours is just right there. Like I have like this full on like bodysuit, like a biker.
Oh yeah.
So like,
So in the shower, when because I do shower with mine, because they said I can. So in the shower, I either clip it onto when my loofah's hung on the handle, I just clip it to my loofah if I'm shampooing my hair, and if I'm using my loofah, I think I just hold one, use
yeah,
one hand I just put it in, I just switch hands. But that's the only thing with me. Like I think I started driving
yeah. I
yesterday.
haven't even
Okay,
drove.
so we're
So
what are we, day 7?
this is week one.
Yeah, week 1 post op.
Yeah,
So I started driving yesterday and I went to get coffee again this morning, which you're not supposed to, but I think I like to test myself. Yesterday, honestly, I think I pushed myself way too much because I started doing housework. I started
I didn't
mopping.
do any
We
of
just
that.
moved into our house. So I did a lot of housework and moving things around and even carrying the babies to their cribs and changing their diapers. And
Yeah.
um, I even took them to the park. Of course, my husband was with me at that time and we even went grocery shopping. So I was just like, I push myself until my body tells me to slow down. And I think at night it was telling me to slow the hell down because I was tired. And
How's the
but
pain?
yeah, that's the only way that helps me recover by being active.
Yeah. See, me and her have like different stance. Like I'm all about like making sure I properly recover. So I did
You do
hella.
it the proper way.
I actually bought this program, like it was a course about like, tummy tuck and like recovery and how to fuel your body. So like in my case, like I bought the wedges. I was taking like these things by Vitamedics or Vitamedica, and they're basically like supplements. And then I started taking like the berberine because the berberine was supposed to help with the swelling prior to the surgery, and I'm still taking it. And then I'm taking arnica, and I do have more supplements than she, or not supplements, but I have more medication than she does. I get a shot to thin my blood out because I'm older. I'm in my 40s. I'm 44. So, you know what I mean? Like I'm a little bit older, so I have to watch those kind of things. And because it's in our blood, brown skin, like Filipinos, like
Hmm.
we're known to like have, clogged arteries and shit like that, or whatever, blood clots.
Yeah.
So, like I have to just be careful. And so the doctor took special precautions and gave me a 10-day supply of I forget what it's called. Enoxaparin, that's what it's called. Enoxaparin, it's like these, like I had to get injected every day for 10 days. So Monday's my
Wait,
last.
did your doctor tell you to get all this stuff, or you just read up
No,
about
my
it?
my doctor prescribed. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get this unless I went to a pharmacy. So
Oh,
I got the gabapentin to help with like nerves, like I was saying,
wow.
feeling my nerve issues with the drains being in me. So that kind of helps with like those stinging feelings that we get like in our incisions and where the tubes are
Yeah.
at. I got the hydrocodone like you did. I got the Montelukis that's supposed to help with your blood. I got or
Wow.
I have like
I got
one,
three.
three,
No,
5. I have 6 different prescriptions.
I only got, so I had to take antibiotics the day before. I started my antibiotics the day before, and
Yeah,
I afterwards I finished them until they're all gone. I just had the hydrocodone and muscle relaxers. But I use the muscle relaxers. I stopped using them, but I use them when I start feeling like twitches
yeah.
or it just like hurts. I don't like using the hydro. I just feel like it's way too strong, and it just.
See, it doesn't. The hydrocodone doesn't affect me the way it affects anyone else. Like, I just feel like I feel normal. Like I just feel like the pain is not that much, but I don't feel like mentally and physically. I don't really feel like too much of like what other people have said. It makes them feel like.
I just don't like the feeling of not being in control of your body. It just makes me so weak, and all I do is sleep. And I
Really?
don't know.
See,
It does it put you out? Like it puts me out? Oh my god, it puts me out for like hours.
it does. The hydrocodone doesn't do that to me. Like, if I take it at night when I'm already tired, yeah, it does. But like during the day when I take it, it doesn't have that effect on me. Maybe you have like a stronger dosage because what
I
I
probably do because like even mid conversation, I'd fall asleep. My husband would be telling me something, and I just fall asleep.
so
And
says 7.5 to 325.
all my stuff is downstairs. I don't even know what it is, but it's strong for me. And what else was I taking? Oh, the for nausea. I think I just took one
I
or two
have that, but
nausea
I
pills
I
just
don't.
in case I got
Yeah,
sick, but I didn't need it. But
yeah,
you've been coughing. Okay, your pain tolerance when it comes to coughing and sneezing is so much better than mine because I was telling you when I had a small cough, just a little itch in my throat,
yeah.
it hurt so bad, like I was tearing up. I was like, I
So
don't know how she sneezes and coughs and does all this. I can't even cough a little bit or like clear my throat. It hurts. I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
even like. I have to tell my husband to like be quiet when he's trying to make. He's not trying to make me laugh, but when he's talking about something and making me laugh, I just tell him to change the subject because it hurts just to like do anything, and then it starts getting numb. I feel like the numbness.
It does, and it tingles. Like it feels, like when you ring a bell and it has like ding. It goes like that's
Yeah,
how I feel. Like
it just hurts
it just
so
penetrates
much.
like for a little bit. So I've learned how to like. So that's the other thing. So Saturday, the day after my surgery, along with all this shit, I was a little like I felt like I needed guidance or like some reassurance, like or something. So I hired a nurse. Like I called her that morning. She came later and she was able to break everything down. and tell me how to take my medicines. Show me how to cough. She showed me how to cough.
Really? How do you
Yeah.
cough?
So like you know this pillow right here behind me, this gray one. It's like
Uh-huh.
the neck pillow. So I take that, I wrap it around my waist, and I push against my stomach
Oh.
to brace my abs, and then I just have to make that cough worth it. And then,
Oh my God.
but the sneezing when I sneezed that one time on my couch, I was like, oh, that. I mean, it still hurts. Like, I mean, I've
I
had a cough
haven't.
like ever since.
Oh my God. I have not sneezed yet, and I hope it's not for another 3 weeks till I sneeze.
Yeah, I think that my abs. I do feel like my abs are getting stronger. And I think it's a combination of like all the stuff I'm taking, and I'm taking the Juven, the one that you got, the Ensure.
Yes, I that's probably one of the supplements I'm taking. I mix it with my water.
Yeah, it tastes like well, the one I have tastes like Tang, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can drink this.
Yeah.
So that's the
It's
other.
like BCAs to me.
They do,
I
huh?
put it in my gal. I put so starting. I said starting tomorrow. I'll go back to drinking a gallon of water. I don't like putting so much in my stomach because it feels like it's expanding and it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
So I think tomorrow I'm gonna go back to drinking my gallon. So I'll probably put 2 packets of the Juven in my gallon and see how that
Good
goes.
idea,
I
actually.
hate being bloated, so that's why I want to drink more water.
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water. What I meant a lot is like, let's see, this is I drink about 120, a little bit over 120 ounces of water a day.
Okay, let's talk about poop. How Like, what are you doing to get rid of so you're not so bloated? What are you doing
Oh, I know
to
this.
release everything?
I think I'm freaking lucky. I'm like one of the lucky ones. So, hiring the nurse like helped out because she got me the stool softener. So I religiously take a stool softener in the morning and I take one at night. I did take a laxative one day, but I really didn't need it. Like, I'm actually really regular now. So stool softener and a laxative is something that you need. If you can't after like 3 days, then there's a what is it called? The what is it called? Repositories or depositories or whatever that shit's called.
Oh, so yeah. So
Repositories
once it,
that you shove up your ass and then
yeah,
and
I
you
use
that
the enema. So trying to put an enema in you with a tummy tuck is like work. So and I've always had issues going. I can never just go. But
really
for some reason, when I was taking my antibiotics before, it was just running through. I think it's the antibiotics. I don't know, does it make you poop? But it was like running through me. I felt like it was just clearing me out. And I felt like I lost a few pounds before
really
surgery. But now I just use like some detox pills and the enema. So that's the way I clear
that's
myself out.
crazy
If I
because I struggle to wipe my ass. Like I feel like I need a
Oh,
bidet or
it was some work. I don't even know what I did. I think I was like on all fours in the
oh
bathroom
shit.
and just
That's
trying to
so-
get back there, but it
oh,
worked.
oh my gosh. Did that happen to me? I've never used an enema before. Like
Oh,
I
Michelle introduced me to them. I love them. I used it like throughout my whole pregnancy because being pregnant, you're so just blocked up. So
yeah.
for me, um, those enemas, they're just a lifesaver. I think I ordered them in bulk.
All right. So cool. See, these are good tips for mommies who are plan on getting a tummy tuck. I did leave out getting one of these recliners that lift you up the first week is so
That's
like
what I slept on.
on a recliner
Now I'm
they lift you
finally
up.
in my bed, but I think the first 3 days I slept on a recliner. The best thing ever.
Yeah, yeah. I actually rented this the day after. I was like, I didn't think I was gonna need it. And then so I just went ahead. It's 175 a week, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Bring that shit to my house now. And they were in my like I think I called like at 8 and they were at my house like around 11 to drop it off.
I got lucky. So the day while I was in surgery, we just moved into our house, so we brought a brand new sectional which had a recliner on it. So
Oh,
it literally got delivered right before I got there, and as soon as I saw it, that's where they put me. They just put me in the recliner, and I was out. I loved
so
it for the
totally
first 3 days.
the recliner is beneficial after surgery.
Definitely.
Getting I think these neck pillows are pretty beneficial too, like especially if you're like laying
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of keeps your neck like at bay and you don't get like the cramps. Um, the other thing I started doing to immediately was I had the compression sleeves. I mean, I already had them, so it came handy, and they recommend that you do that just to get the blood circulating, and it kind of helps get, it filled up my freaking drains when I was doing it too. So that was cool. It's kind of like getting a lymphatic massage.
How's your drains coming along? Because now I only drained. This is from yesterday, and I think it's. I don't think that's enough. Well, maybe it is now, but oh,
Yeah.
maybe I do need. I'm just not looking at it.
So
Maybe I
like
do need to drain them.
this is how much came out. Um, this is 24 hours.
Oh wow. So yeah, it's less now, right?
Yeah,
So
it's bad.
my doctor told me. Actually, I was supposed to get my drains out today, and I was so mad when they called me yesterday, and they said, "Oh, we'll move your appointment to Monday because we didn't want to take out your drains, and you go through the weekend and you need them." I don't know what that means, but um,
Yeah.
so I'm taking it out tomorrow. I mean Monday.
So useful tips are, getting a recliner. Um, for me, I feel like, the different things that my doctor had me taking, like the Juven by Ensure to kind of help with recovery. The other things that he allowed me to take by Vitamedica are good for like I feel like it's helping me recover because I have bruises on my back because I also got my back worked on. I got something called
Mm.
Renuvian, which tightens my skin. So the loose skin I used to have on my back is, not going to be, it's going to be non-existent basically. So my nurse told me that when she saw me on Saturday, it was like hella bruised. She saw me the next day and she's like, "Wow, like your bruises like have gone away." And I think it's part of the supplements, the stack that I was taking. And you
Mm.
can't just take any stack either. You have to be careful with the different types of supplements you take because some supplements will make you bleed excessively and mess you up during surgery, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want to bleed to death like under the surgeon's knife. You know what I mean? And then we talked about the wedges. The wedges are cool if you can't get a recliner. Neck pillows. Um, you want to make sure that you're prepared prior to getting the surgery because after you get the surgery, you can't do shit. I mean, you can, but you just want to make sure you're comfortable when you get home because when you get home, it hurts. It's not fun. You probably had the most pain than me because they didn't give you that much. Like when I left, I was like high as a kite.
I saw that. I was like, she looks so happy, and I'm just miserable. Remember our first video chat? I was miserable, and you were just so happy.
I
I'm,
know.
I'm like, I need what she has because I was so
I
mad.
was
So
so freaking
I
high.
think I took, I think I took the muscle relaxer and the hydrocodone together because I was just in so much pain.
Yeah. I see. I didn't feel that because I was like, man, I feel so strong. I
But
feel
now
like
I
a
feel like
boss.
I feel like it's reversed. Like I feel like I'm better and you feel the pain now.
Yeah. Yeah, because my medicine is finally like fading off a little bit. You got, you know what I mean? You started off like hard and you're able
Yeah.
to like tolerate it, and now it's just like kind of weaning down.
Yeah, I
But
haven't taken any pain meds since probably um day 3 that night. So day 4 was probably the first day I had nothing in
yeah,
my system. No pain meds at all. Just so I can like recover on my own without it.
yeah, I'm all about the pain meds right now. As long as I can take it, I'm gonna take it. Like I think I'll be better next week. But for now, as long as I can take it and these freaking drains are stinging, like I want to be able to, you know, like alleviate that pain. Um,
When do you
what
take
do
your
you
drains out?
Monday, I think.
Oh, we take it out at the same time then.
That's funny. We got our surgery on the same day, and we're getting our drains taken out. I mean, I don't mind having it more for a few more
How do you
days.
think they're going to close that hole? There's a hole, literally a hole where our drains are.
I think it's just gonna close by itself.
Probably put like medical tape over it. I don't know.
I think I think it's skin glue or something like that that they put on
it
it.
just looks crazy. I just have a hole.
I don't even want to look at it, dude.
My husband, he was drying me when I got out the shower because I can't reach like my lower
Yeah,
part, so he was drying me, and he looked directly in it. He's like, I didn't know it's inside you. I didn't know that like the drains coming from inside you. And
yeah,
he's like, it looks like something off of Saw, the movie.
that's crazy. I don't even want to look at it. Like I couldn't even look at when they opened me up show me my incisions. I was like, I don't want to look. And then my
You
doctor,
haven't seen your incisions?
I did. He made me look. He's like, it looks really good. Look at your stomach. And I was like, oh, I don't want to look. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll look. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, okay. My drains are covered with like, medical tape. So like I can't see. They covered
Oh,
it.
yeah,
So
I
like
can still
it's
see mine.
everything is like secure. Like the way I just feel like my doctor was like hella like thought about everything. Like everything was like taped up so like it doesn't get pulled.
Hmm.
My drains are like kind of they're sewed in like yours, I'm sure. Um,
The drains are sewed in.
yeah,
Is that
my
what you
drains are
said?
sewed in. Yeah.
I honestly don't know how it's in there, but I'm like worried how they're gonna take it out. Like, is it gonna hurt?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting a
Pulling
little.
that cap. Oh, you didn't have a catheter.
No.
I had a catheter for the first day, so that was the reason why I was able to be drugged up all day and not go anywhere.
Yeah,
So
I had to keep on. Remember
I had a
me? I didn't even
catheter.
up to use the restroom. No, they had it in.
Pulling your own catheter out. I had to Google it because I didn't know how. They're just like, just pull it out. There's a ball. Like, it was the catheter. It was like a ball that came out. I was like, what? It was like it felt like a suction cup. I was pulling on a
Yeah,
suction.
they say it goes in there and then it expands to catch all the pee.
Uh,
But they
it
had it. They did have it in me while I was sleeping, and they pulled it out before I woke up.
Yeah, I wish someone else pulled it out because pulling out your own catheter actually hurt
Fuck that shit. Yeah, yeah. So I luckily I see we. It's funny because like doctors do things differently.
very differently.
Yeah, and then like I just feel like I'm glad I chose this one because if I would have gone through what you went through, I'm like I would have died. Like I don't know how I would. So like props to you. I'm glad that we've gone through it, and like we don't. Hopefully, like I'm not gonna have to go through it. I'm not gonna. I don't plan on having any more babies. So
Oh,
you're still.
my tubes are removed. I'm
Oh,
definitely.
are they? Oh, okay.
I just removed.
Wait, I lost you. Can you hear me? Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, it started over.
It did? No, it didn't. No, no, we're good.
Oh, mine says 7 seconds. Like it just started over.
No, I'm good on this end.
Okay, May. I have to call my husband soon. So
Oh, that's probably what it is. But hey, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I'll just stay on for everybody else because I'm gonna finish it off. But you have a good one, and we'll be back with another
yes.
episode after we're fully recovered. And yeah, have a good day, girl. And
Bye.
thanks for your
I'll
time.
talk to you soon.
Bye. All right. Okay. Bye. All right, guys. So to sum it all up, be prepared before you get a tummy tuck. Make sure you do all your research. Make sure that you have everything that you need. The most important part is to have someone that's going to be very supportive mentally and physically because it's such a huge deal. You cannot do anything, and if that person is not supportive, it does play a big it takes a toll on your mindset. Um, the other thing is like making sure you're eating foods that have low sodium. So I have a bunch of meal preps in my fridge, so that's what I'm eating right now. And you know we're just eating like how we would normally eat, but I'm eating less, drinking lots of liquids, and just following what the doctor's orders. Anyways, that's what it is. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a message, send me a DM via IG, and y'all have a blessed one. Peace out, and thank y'all for watching.